Hello, and welcome back to a new selection of some of the best manhwa recommendations for those who are looking for unpopular manhwa or looking for something new to read. Here is the top 5 selection of manhwas which are interesting and would keep you hooked from the beginning. Number 5. Guard Pass. The protagonist of this manhwa is a student named Lim Sejin. Lim Sejin is a large and overweight student with a strong personality who prefers to live peacefully and doesn't pay any attention if people make fun of him for being fat. Seo Hajin is the only friend he has from their early years, whom he used to protect. She has always been learning jujitsu to defend Sejin because of his peaceful attitude. One day, Sejin got into a confrontation at school when Sejin couldn't see the bully beating up a vulnerable student in their class. Sejin tried to get the bully to stop, but his friend Hajin saw it and started to fight. Everything went smoothly until one day. He declined Hajin's request to accompany her to the jiu-jitsu club after school. But that night, Hajin was discovered heavily battered, with a fractured knee and more severe psychological trauma. When the police investigation doesn't uncover any leads, Sejin loses control of his rage and sets out to find the ones who might be to blame for her condition. However, he is unsuccessful and discovers nothing. Then, after being saved, he made the decision to start losing weight and learn jiu-jitsu from his friend jiu-jitsu coach, a man named Jason. 3 months later, Sejin, who had become in a great shape and practiced jiu-jitsu, learns that his friend had been beaten by an organization of illegal underground fighting and was more dangerous compared to a group of high school bullies. Follow his journey to take revenge on those who caused his friends suffering and finding out who is behind this organization. Number 4. God of Blackfield. The protagonist of this manhwa, a man named Kang Chan, who was a captain of a French combat team tasked with battling terrorists. Soldiers started calling Kang Chan the God of Blackfield, since he was an effective team captain and accomplished the majority of his tasks with little to no casualties. He once received a task to take care of an African executive's base of enemy troops, where his squad was assigned for this mission, along with 4 other squads. Everything went according to plan, until they were 2 kilometers from their destination, when they were ambushed and the entire crew was covered in enemy fire. Kang Chan attempted to protect his comrades and fight the enemy as the struggle went on. Chen was betrayed and assassinated by a shot from a sniper to the back of his head. As he lay dying, Chen saw the enemy soldiers advancing and slaughtering his teammates. Kang Chan slowly returned to reality as his thoughts began to fade. He learns that he is a patient in a South Korean hospital. After learning that he had been unconscious for 3 days, he rushes to a mirror, where he sees that he is now inhabiting the body of an 18-year-old student who attempted suicide because he was bullied every day at school and couldn't take it anymore. Now Kang Chan needs to attend school and confront the bullies who made the student that he reincarnated in his body a living hell, and take revenge on them. Also, he needs to search for answers of whom they betrayed his team and got them killed. Read this manhwa to know more. Number 3. Not to Die. This manhwa tells the story of a student named Daejin, who, as a result of bullying from his classmates, decided he can no longer take it and was preparing to commit suicide. He wrote his will and decided to have his last dinner with his family. In that moment, the news was featuring an interview with a student who had just killed 7 of his bullies, and he was not sorry for what he did, compared to what they had done to him for so long, and advised anyone else in a similar situation to do the same. Daejin made the same decision to murder his bully, but he was terrified of him. After school, he was once more dragged to a construction site to be tortured. When he could no longer take it, he ran, and when the bully chased him, he shoved him to an incoming car. Police arrested him at school the following day and charged him with attempted murder. However, he was released because he was forced to get drunk. Unfortunately, He was expelled from school and everyone turned against him and made him the bad guy. Additionally, his father evicted him from his home, leaving him without a place to go. He met his bullying gang once more, and they began to beat him. But a random guy came and saved him. Daejin followed and begged this guy to teach him how to fight. He was invited to join runaway family, and needed work to pay for his stay, and train at the same time to seek revenge. But he soon realizes that his worst enemy is not the bullies at school. He must now focus on bigger issues. Number 2. Highschool Lunch Dad. The protagonist of this manhwa is a man by the name of Kim Jae-han. He is a martial and school fighting cartoon artist who works at nights and sleep at days to take care of his wife and their 4-year-old daughter, since he is not awake at times when his daughter is active. He made the decision to ask his wife to go to school together, to take their daughter early, and return home with her to have a family time. But when they stopped to take coffee for the teacher, a truck hit his car and he died in the process. Now roaming as a soul, he watched his wife constantly struggle to feed themselves, and his daughter grow up without a father and being bullied regularly, and he can't do anything but watch. However, one day, he saw what the bullies are planning to do to his daughter, which would put her in real dangerous situation. He started running in the street for someone who could see him to save his daughter before anything happens. Luckily, he ran into a student who can see him and possessed his body by accident. He went running and saved his daughter. He didn't know that he started a conflict with the bullying organization in his daughter's school and made the student that he possessed and his daughter as targets. With his ability to possess that student body, he now has the responsibility to protect his daughter from them and remove her from harm's way. Number 1. The Chaebeol's youngest son. The story of this manhwa revolves around the protagonist, a man named Yoon Ha-woo. A normal guy graduated from normal university and started working for the biggest company group in South Korea, the Sunying Group, for more than 13 years. His job mainly consists of taking care of the family that runs the company, do their dirty work and resolve conflicts with other rivals behind the scenes. Following 13 years of faithful service while on a business overseas trip, Ha-woo finds himself being betrayed and wrongly accused of embezzlement by the company family because he is reaching a high level within the company and basically knows every dirty thing about them, which endanger their existence, and he needed to be dead. He did, however, reincarnated in the body of Jin Do-jun, the youngest grandchild of Sunyang's founder and CEO, and the son of guy that is disapproved by the CEO and thrown away since he does not follow his father's orders, and distancing himself along with his family from the main family because of the war to take over the presidency seat when the CEO dies, being angry of how they got rid of him like a nothing in the end. Yoon Ha-woo starts to prepare the groundwork for his vengeance against the Sunyang family, and plans takes over the company as he has the chance to rebuild himself using the business knowledge from his past life.